G'day guys, here I am down at the Nyora Recreation Oval and Raceway, and part of me, as stated in a previous upload, I was going back to the storage shed. Excuse me for a minute while I just hydrate and clear my throat. So it's stinking hot here today and it is Sunday the 23rd I think, and I've just cleaned the entire storage shed inside and out. There's probably about 10 or 12 bags of rubbish there that'll just have to wait until I come back from my trip around Australia. Hey, boom. The phone call didn't go well, guys, so there was no yielding on the other side whatsoever. Didn't even want to talk to me on the phone, so it was all done over a text message. How pathetic, eh? So that's it. So I'm off. I'll probably go away for 2 to 3 months at a time, and then fly back. Put the rig. Sorry, Dave. Put the rig into storage, and fly back and spend a few weeks or a month with my son, and then go again. So it was just so hot there today. I've still got a few things to do. I haven't cleaned the rig yet because I wanted to get the majority of all the labelling done and the rubbish throwing out done, which I have done. I just haven't thrown it out, the rubbish. It's just all neatly put into some little bags or big bags. And then it got too hot, so I'm down here at the Recreation Reserve and Raceway. And I'm going to show you something. I want to show you something a lot of people think and feel that perhaps that when you're... I'll spin this around. It'll make more sense that way. Hang on. Okay, it's not even a trick really. It's just common sense that a lot of people make the mistake when they're in a camper van or a motorhome or whatever, that they think they have to stay in it while the battery's charged, and you just don't. The trick is to find an area that has sun that you can stick your rig in for however long that takes to charge up the batteries, and then you park it up next to some shade like that, and you just set yourself up in the shade while your batteries are charging. You do your editing or have a bite to eat, couple beers, whatever, listen to some music, and then when it's fully charged, then you bring it into the shade like that, and then you can lie in there and have a sleep or whatever. But that's the trick, guys. It's not even a trick really, it's just common sense, but a lot of people don't know that trick, I don't think. So there it is. The rig is really dirty, needs a very good clean. I'll do that first thing in the morning, and then I shall be taking off, guys. Hopefully tomorrow, no later than Tuesday. As you can see up there, my little shower, I just had a very cold shower. Thank you, dual car. You don't have to have it connected to the gas. On hot days you can have cold showers. Anyway, I've really sort of compartmentalised things in here. I've still got to clean it up a bit, the floor and that, and got a full tank of water there today. I only just filled that up because I want to have a lot of cold showers because it's stinking hot here today. These two little containers here were actually the containers that were inside the toolbox on the quad that I've retrofitted for the e-bike battery and all the other gadgets. They came with that. Now, these are really great because I've put all my electrical tools in there, or the bare minimum. Spare tubes, bike repair equipment, tape, Stanley knife, scissors, you name it. I fitted absolutely everything I could in those two small things. And tomorrow, when it's not so hot, the electrical box, which I've moved closer to the Waco because I needed to work on it the other day, will be pushed back, and then there will be room between the Waco and the electrical box for that and some other things as well. So that's that, guys. I've just set up down here. Just charging the batteries, charging the e-bike battery, and chilling out. Got the Airguard. I don't know if you can see that. Airguard. iPad. We got the bourbon and coke. We got the water around the corner. We got the chop smokes. We got the vape there. We got the sandals there. and there's the quad, and there's a game of cricket down here today. Nyora versing someone, I don't know who they're playing, and that's what's happening. Alright guys, I'll talk to you soon. Ciao for now. Cool down shower time, baby. Check this out. Prickle. Ow. It's a bit hot. The water in the line's still warm. You've got to let it run out a little bit and then go. Wet down the top, back, and then any breeze that comes through will cool you down. Just like that. And then you just release the pressure. Well, after you turn the pump off, you just push the button open again, release the pressure, you're good to go. Lovely. So cool and refreshing. I'm going to be taking the rig back to Trisled. Not that there's anything wrong with it. Essentially, there's nothing wrong with it at all, except a weird, frustrating thing that the quad's back left wheel spins in gravel, which is very frustrating. But look, I'm going to be mainly riding on sealed roads around Australia anyway, so I don't see it being an issue, and quite frankly I don't have the money to upgrade that. So the reason I'm going to Trisled on my journey out and then up the east coast is to show Ben what I've done with it. He may have seen it already on YouTube, but I just want him to have a quick once over of it and see, because the other day when I was down that gravel road, this rig was doing all freakish sort of stuff, and man, it's one of those things that there was just no time to set up the gimbal and take footage of it, because everything was on a gradient going up like sort of like this, and I had a cliff down one side and a bloody, a drop down one side and then a rise up the other. So there was just no way known. I had to keep holding on to this thing. I was either trapped inside the prime mover, and then every time I put the brakes on and went to get out, it would just start sliding down the mountain. So there's no footage of that, unfortunately, but it was just harrowing, and the rig got, the quad and the semi-trailer got into all sorts of weird positions, and so I just want to have it checked before I head off. And I also want to pick Ben's brains and see if he can fabricate some kind of a bar that I can put a little thing over, that I just, when I'm not for the laptop, for when I'm doing uploads in pouring rain, because it's important for me to catalogue all this stuff, not just for my own edification, but to get the message out there. And the uploads are becoming thick and fast, because that's how I like to roll. I like to instead of writing stuff down, because it's just boring as hell for me personally to keep a journal, this is my journal. And whether or not YouTube dissolves one day and they're no longer available, I've still got all these videos, right? So you're hearing the voice, you're seeing a visual, there's a story, the whole bit, and that's how I like to roll. So that's what I'm going to do. Also, I need a reversing camera, meaning I need to see what's going on behind me, because those two side mirrors that I have at the front of the quad, the prime mover, don't really give you a great picture. Even though they stick out like dog's balls, they still do not provide me 100% confidence to see who's behind me. So we're going to have to look into that, and hopefully Ben will have a resolution for that, and also a little bit of a table for inside that can be dismantled when it's not needed, kind of thing. So yeah, or maybe like one of those lazy boy cushion things, like when you're lying down, it's just on your belly or whatever. But it's going to be a pain in the ass. I like to sit up when I'm editing and, you know, doing graphic art and stuff. Anyway, that's where it is. I did put in a new. I'll show you. I'll spin this around. Hang on a sec. This is a net, a roof net that I have strung across there with zip ties, and that's basically got my one cold weather jacket, which is fleece, which was extremely expensive, but you know, I got to at least take one very warm top with me. The legs and arms take care of themselves, but also in that net is the wet weather gear. You know, even though you're up in the tropics or whatever, when I get up there, you still want to be protected from the water to some degree, perhaps. So it doesn't weigh much at all, and that's it there. So yeah, that's it. You know, it's a work in progress, guys. There's still a lot more that needs to be done, but I'm going to get going. One of the USB fans down there has fallen off because it got so hot, the hot glue reactivated and melted. So I'm going to have to work something else out there. It's hanging over the I don't know if you can see it. It's hanging across the porthole insect mesh. Anyway, I'll fix that tomorrow before heading off. Alright guys, see you soon.